Hey everyone! You know, Kidder Music Service is one of the greatest assets to our school district. From providing day-to-day materials like reeds and valve oil to purchasing pieces of sound and instrumental equipment, there isn't anything they can't do. Kidder Music Service helps our students sound the best they can each and every day, and we are proud to call them a Music in the Making sponsor. If you are looking for similar materials for your school, don't hesitate to call and ask for assistance and mention us, Music in the Making, today. Their number is 309-692-4040, or visit kiddermusic.com, that's Kidder music.com today for all your music classroom needs. And now, on to the podcast. Welcome to Music in the Making.
That's illegal.
I want to be with you everywhere. A Halloween party. Oh, that's fun. Let's talk about work.
Not what I said.
Well, and I like Stanridge, so it's like I kind of.
Oh, you guys are friends?
Yeah,
guys
I talked
are
to him. Yeah, we talked
to him
we
last week.
A whole 5 minutes at Midwest last year. We are 3 high school and junior high music teachers from West Central Illinois.
And someone had to go to the bathroom during intermission and missed it. And that someone is me.
Yeah! Each week we will talk about our experiences in the classroom, community, and personal lives too. Please welcome your hosts, Lisa Hallen.
We say move all this stuff down there, and then it gets moved, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why have we moved that from there to there to there? Stop recording.
Art Martinez. Happy Friday if it was not a Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, or if you're Lisa, it's a week later. And Kevin Ferry.
Oh, what you're talking about.
During class.
Work our way to
I've just been talking with my mouth full for 5 minutes. So
Oh, ASMR, it's good. Some people are into that.
It's alright.
What?
Yeah, oh, you don't know about that? It's called mukbang. It's like people order a whole bunch of food and will literally just sit here with a microphone like this and eat in front of it. Videotape themselves. And like that's it. That's all they do is eat.
And people will watch it.
People watch it. Like it's like it's weird because it's like when you watch a cooking show, you're like, oh, that's really cool as you're eating your cold cereal.
Right.
But then it's like to watch somebody else just eat and not even make it. It's just like order.
So that's weird. This may sound odd,
Okay.
but does it bother anybody else on a TV show or a movie when they show the scene of people brushing their teeth and then spitting the, like, I think it's the most gross, like, it's just the sound, the whole, like,
The whole idea.
yeah, like, I don't, and people do it all the time, like the couple in the bathroom brushing their teeth while they're, like, toothpaste commercials don't even show people brushing their teeth.
I cannot say I've ever noticed that.
It grosses me out.
You now.
9 out of 10 dentists who go see the movies agree that it's pretty weird, pretty gross.
It's disgusting.
But here's the thing too: when they spit, that sound you hear is not the actual sound. Like they have to do that in post.
I don't care. It's still
It's somebody
gross.
else spitting.
It's still gross.
Oh, it's good to be back, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Music in the Making. It has been a while because we had
June.
summer. And in June, we had a bunch of vacations. We were talking it all, hyping it all up. Our listeners were like, I couldn't wait for the Lisa episode officially about the wedding, and that was great. And then we
They're
talked.
all Lisa episodes.
I mean,
This
they
was
really
just
are.
the wedding episode.
Yeah, I guess that's true. They really are all a Lisa episode in their own way.
Coming to you from my frigid office because Lisa has a blanket on.
Yeah, that's true.
It's cozy.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love the air conditioning, but now I'm cold in my band room. But
Right.
it's so awesome.
It is
2
nice.
years ago, I would have been dripping sweat right now.
This is true.
So, I will take this. I'm not complaining. This is great.
2 years ago, you were in a church.
This is
yeah. We don't talk about those times.
Way to be
We don't
hazed.
talk about Fight Club?
I would say way to be hazed as a first year teacher. yeah. Welcome to the new school. You won't have a band room for half a year.
Speaking of that time, I've actually been thinking about the podcast a lot because we've been moving stuff a lot because band camp and just getting our rooms back in order. And I've been thinking of our intro where I'm talking about moving stuff. And I think that was in reference to the COVID times where we were moving stuff to and from the
There
church
was-
across the street.
A little bit of PTSD, absolutely. But yeah, we are back. It's the 2024, 2025 school year. And I figured, I don't know, we just kind of talk about the start of the year. I mean, here at MR, you know, it kind of just, depending on, I guess, what you're doing. If it's band, we have band camp like we normally do before school starts. And then our first performance is actually for...
Am I the only one that anytime somebody says band camp, you can't help but say one time at band camp?
I mean, I'm sure it's a
Lisa
thing.
probably.
No.
Doesn't understand the reference. Yeah, that's fine. But it's, I
We
mean...
need to get her to watch that movie.
Absolutely not.
Movie
Tie
club.
her down.
No.
It's funny.
Movie club.
That actor was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, though.
I-
I like her in
Buffet.
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 Sorry, you were talking about.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I was going to say, so I
See,
told,
the
on the way here, I told Kevin, I said, hey, we should ask for 21st Century if we could do movie club and educate these children on actual, like, what good movies
That'd be
are.
awesome.
Because that'd be like, but we'll probably have to, like, sign waivers because, you know, some of the movies today aren't exactly PG-13. They're 1980s PG-13, which is not PG-13 today. That's kind of crazy. But
I'll come to it to be educated, too.
anyway, that's right. There you go. Then you can understand the references, and then she's going to be saying it all the
Educate
time.
yourself.
I mean, that's what we're here to do.
Right,
We're
be better.
educators. Anyway, but we have marching band camp. It was 8 to 8 for 5 days. Very long, but a lot got done, which is really, really great. And then our first official performance is always for the teachers on the first day back, which I think, like, I don't think I've ever been a part of a school in any sort of fashion that does that, and I think that is just really cool to see.
Yeah.
Like, the students, they're early with the teachers on the very first day, and, like, that's the first thing that happens is, like, yeah, there's a brief announcement of just, like, welcome, here's the band and choir. Here's the choir singing national anthem. Here's the band showing a little bit of what they worked on last week. Like, that's
Doing
pretty
the
cool.
fight song, and
Right.
I was like, every year, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope the teachers stand up for the fight song. And Mr. Fair is the first one. He
Yeah.
started it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I just worry that
Trendsetter.
little stuff like that won't happen.
You're supposed to stand for the fight
I know,
song
but not everyone knows that.
and clap.
The students don't. The student section doesn't.
Yeah.
We have to
Learn them.
them like
They need to
standing up.
We have to learn them.
Educate themselves.
I want to have a pep assembly where we teach the students the words to the fight song and like stuff like that. Like, hey, stand up.
Like, hey, song.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody can see you pointing at art. We don't have cameras.
We had-
Was that?
What?
Am I about to spill? I can't remember if it was you. Was it you who misspelled it when we did
Western?
that?
Yeah, it was
Misspelled what?
So we
The
got...
Hay song?
No, Western.
No.
I'm still Western. So, like, in college, they did this legacies of university or college legacies or something like that. Essentially, they brought all the freshmen / new people who transferred to Western. They had assembly, like, on the first day of orientation. And they brought the marching band in, and essentially, like, what Lisa was saying, like, she wants to do is, like, they would teach everyone, like, the words to the fight song, and I was asked to lead the entire group to, like, do that. And, of course, this is, like, 500-600, not even, like,
Yeah.
almost 2,000 people.
Yeah.
So,
600,
I don't know.
2,000.
It was at least 5 people there. So I can't be wrong if I say at least. And, you know, and for the fight song at Western, you know, it's WESTERN, but I missed the second E when I was teaching it to them, because then I got a whole bunch of looks. I'm like, what did I say? I'm like, oh. And I said, and so I followed up by saying, and this is why I'm in English 180 this semester. And everyone laughed. It was funny.
Wow. That's so funny.
Thanks for bringing that PTSD back, Lisa.
You're very welcome. That's why I'm here.
Anyway, but I mean, yeah, I agree. Like, I think, like at least the band should know.
Mm-hmm.
I think because it's important.
My football coach made us learn. I can sing it today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to, but yeah.
Hello, CK, PO, PORT, LOCK,
You're misspelling words.
Oh, that's my fight song. I spelled
I
my
know,
song.
but you're-
Lockport.
Low, CK. Lockport, Porters. Go LP.
Ours was
The good one, not
our,
the other one.
Our fight song was
Fake news.
set to was set to the Washington and Lee Swing.
Ooh.
Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, a lot of schools have that, but yeah.
Shout out to Kevin's school.
Spoon River Valley, go Vikes.
Go Vikes.
Yeah, Vikings.
Oh yeah, wait, Spoon River Viking. I thought.
Spoon River Valley Vikings. You were there.
Oh, Valley.
You were there.
I thought Spoon River was the Turtles or something. Or Snapping Turtles.
No, you're stop talking.
I thought they were like the Snapping Turtles or something. That's a different Spoon. Oh no, that's the one in Macomb, isn't it?
No, what?
Spoon.
Oh, this was college?
Yeah.
Spoon River College. No, they're.
I swear, I thought they were Snapping Turtles or something.
No,
Anyway.
they're not.
Anyway, shout out to Spoon River, all of them, all the rivers with spoons in them, and forks, and knives, whatever. Anyway,
Fork River.
so yeah, it's to go back up to that long tangent. I think it's really cool that we have band camp for a week and then we prepare the kids to play for the teachers, and so the choir also sang the national anthem. So Kevin had to get his choir kids a couple times, and they did a really good job. So it really great way to start the year for us teachers.
It is. It's the Snappers.
Okay, but it's Spoon River College though. You said Spoon River Valley.
Yeah, I went Spoon River Valley, but
That's
Spoon River
different.
College is the Snappers. I didn't know that because I know Carl Sandburg College is the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I was like. I thought, but you kept saying Spoon River Valley, but I kept saying
Right.
Spoon River, so it's slightly different.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, I thought I could have sworn. Anyway,
Back to your story.
Yeah. So busy first start, but I mean, honestly, the 2 days leading up to, the students, I feel like there's definitely some anticipation. We had some projects in the school that had to get done before we moved in, hey, I'll take brand new bathrooms in my
bathrooms
building.
are sweet.
I'll take that
They
any
are
day, which is
beautiful
really
and
cool.
Clean, and they don't smell like urine yet. Well, this one does. This one, did you smell that?
Just
they had
before
a
we
sewer back up this afternoon.
Just before we recorded this, we had a message saying that one of the bathrooms downstairs got backed up. So,
Which is,
oops.
we share a wall with that bathroom.
Yeah, which is it's whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, really great stuff with all that, and I don't know. And then first couple days with the kids.
I want to throw out there anybody that's a high school educator that listens to us, high school band and choir teacher, orchestra director, and we need to talk about that. We need to talk about Nashville and all the cool people we met in Nashville, and get this link to all those cool people from Nashville. But any high school educators out there that listen to us, we do something that I've not seen anybody else do. And I will give props to Will Bradford.
Shout
out.
He was the principal here several years ago. He came up with this idea, and it is phenomenal. So our first day of school at the high school is a freshman-only day.
Yes.
So we have about 520 kids in our school. So, between 120 and 140 freshmen. And our school is 3 stories. So it can be a little confusing until you learn that it's 3 L's with an auditorium in the middle of it and the band room underneath that. But our freshmen come. They have an assembly at the beginning of the day in the auditorium where they get welcomed, and all the teachers introduce themselves, and then they go and do their classes, and they do their classes for 10, 15 minutes, something like that. And it's just a chance for them only to meet their teachers, and for the teachers, we have to go through our syllabus twice in some classes, but that's okay. But they get to go through their class schedule without 400 other people being here. So it's really beneficial to them to walk around without the hallways being super crowded. And then in our student council president, Nicole Trigo,
Shout out.
Puts together a scavenger hunt with QR codes for various locations in the building that you need to know. Where's the library? Where's the office? Where's the AP room? Where's the gym? Where's the auditorium? Where's the bathroom? That kind of stuff. And the kids go around and scan the QR code, and then if they get them all, they win a prize, or they could win a prize, or something like that. And then we have not an academic fair, activities fair. Different activities have tables set up in the gym, and kids can look and see what each activity in our school brings. I know the school that day doesn't do school lunch. I think we get a bunch of pizzas to come in or something from somewhere. I don't know if it's Pizza Hut or Alfano's, or maybe
I thought the cafeteria cooked them.
Oh, did they?
I think so. I think it's at food service. Well, it said providing. I don't know
Okay.
if that means cooking or
Yeah, I don't know.
providing.
But anyway, it's a
Making it
super
happen.
cool concept, and our teachers really like it. I think our freshmen really do too, because then they're not totally overwhelmed and running into, because you're gonna have that, 4'3" freshman boy that, is still and here comes 6'6",
Yeah.
280-pound lineman, and he just the intimidation factor goes down way less, and the freshmen get their own day. So.
And
If you want more information about that, reach out to us and we'll get you the schedule and everything that we do. Sorry.
Yeah.
no, you're good. The sophomores and seniors like it because they get an extra day of summer.
They do, yeah. K through 9 go to school, like they all went to school on Wednesday. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors stayed home one more day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, yeah, it was super, super cool.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it was something I've never heard of.
That's
Getting
nothing
here.
music related, but it is kind of cool. And I like it because I'm like, okay, how many freshmen do I really have? I mean, I can go through my roster and count through the different classes of how many freshmen I have, but no.
I'm good.
No. I don't want to. So, yeah, talking about your first day with the anthem, we'd worked on the anthem all summer and, some various other things. So I thought they did pretty well, for the first day of school. But we're rocking and rolling. We've already got 2 songs done. Rocking and Silent Night in the bag. Christmas in August.
Yeah, that's how you do it, choir.
They always laugh. Well, I counted it. I think Mixed Mats has 22 songs, and I told him that I'm like with Three Rivers again. Last year, I think we had 28 or 29 songs to learn due to IMAC, and I said 22, and they were like, hey, it's less than last year.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's gonna feel a lot easier
Yeah.
for sure. Oh
So
my gosh.
I'm super excited. Anyway, I'll stop talking. Let Lisa talk. It's her podcast.
See, the problem is so when I walked in the door, they were recording, so I have not had a chance to talk to these men. I've figured out what was making the teacher piano sound demonic.
Oh, okay.
The box on the side is what was causing it. I switched it out with Piano 4's box,
Oh,
and
weird.
now it works. So, and that was happening at Piano 16 too, I think. So, if your piano starts sounding like scary, just switch out the parts until it works. That's how I fix problems out here.
Keep pushing buttons.
Yep. And then just rip out one chord really aggressively and shove in another chord really aggressively, and it'll work.
Yeah, maybe that's why the box is breaking
I blame us taking it apart every year.
multiple times.
Only because multiple times, only because we have to,
The
though.
chord management is getting a lot better.
Because we're getting a system down.
Yes.
I get that.
2 students in Piano 3, 2 of the 3 did a ton of work tying them off, and it's less scary now.
Yeah, but...
Oh my gosh, spoilers.
Uh-oh.
I haven't done it yet. Connections.
Sorry, I was giving you all the time to talk, and you really
She
said
used
like
it.
4 words.
She used it.
That's,
she
you
used the
weren't
time.
listening then.
I was too. If you want to fix your Piano Lab piano, you rip out the cords and shove them back in.
Uh-huh.
Is the device you're using powered on or plugged in?
Have you tried restarting it?
Have you tried restarting? Yeah.
That is the first thing I did, actually. But yes. What else?
I generally think so. Junior high is starting marching band this year, and oh my gosh, these kids are so crazy. What's his name?
I was trying to
don't remember
voice
his
kids
names.
today in my office.
You can hear us outside.
No, before you left. I can't remember what kid was in there, but he's trying to sing, and we couldn't hear a thing. Like, they're like not in the office with me. They were
Hey,
on the other side of the wall, and it was so freaking loud.
Go.
No, that wasn't it at all.
Uh-huh.
It was just loud chaos.
they had,
I'm like,
and then I said, "All right, go review what we just did. Put them in sectionals." And then there's the flutes doing it. There's the clarinets doing it, and there's the saxophones throwing each other around. I'm like, that's typical. That's exact. That's accurate as heck.
I know exactly who it was, too.
Not to name names,
No.
but yeah, there's one in particular kid. I'm like, when I know him the last couple of years, I'm like, he's gonna be something.
here's one thing that I love, because every year I get kids on my roster that I don't know, right? And I typically think those are going to be freshmen, right? Or this year we've had. I've voiced about half of the mixed choir so far, and I've had 3 new kids. One's a senior that's gone to MR the whole time.
And it's phenomenal. Ah!
Those
I'm
are the ones.
What? Where have
Excuse
you?
me?
Well, I just couldn't ever get it to work in my schedule. I'm like, did you go to junior high here? Yeah. Like, oh my lord! Like, it's super good. And then we had a girl move in from Galesburg. Shout out to Galesburg. And she's really good. And then I almost got teary-eyed. Gal said, I'm like, I don't know you. And she goes, yeah, this is my first year here. I said, where did you come from? She goes, I went to school in Keokuk, Iowa.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, well, Mrs. Spangler was our student teacher. She's the new junior high choir director there. And she was like, oh, Mrs. Terry was awesome. And, talking about her own. And I'm like, well, you were in choir last year. She's a sophomore. And Jason Woodley is the choir director at
Shout out.
Keokuk High School. And I went to Culver Stockton with him. So,
Nice.
like, she's like, oh, okay, well, this is a lot less scary.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's going to be. And I'll tell you, that's one thing that, like, I feel like over, especially the last few years, like, I've tried to be less scary. And sometimes it's really hard. But, like,
Well, because the fear is, like, if I become less intense, I don't want the quality.
they won't be
to
as
drop.
good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel
1,000%.
that. I feel that. If anything, for me, it's been like I need to be better at upping the intensity at junior high, but doing it in a way that they respond positively to.
Right. Yeah. And
'Cause
that's such a fine line.
It is. No, if anything, and that's like, I mean, with this junior, like the marching band stuff we did the last 2 days, I'm starting to see it. Like I'm starting to practice that of like correct them when they're wrong, but praise the heck out of them when they do it right, and keep it lighthearted. Like, you can make a recommendation or a suggestion or a correction in a way that's not demeaning and it's not bringing them down, but also, like, find that way to connect with them early on, because it's going to be a long year otherwise. And that's the one thing that, for me, for junior high, is because we're taking this step of the junior high marching band this year.
You are nuts, by the way. Have I said
Agreed.
that?
Yeah,
yet?
I agree.
You
I
are nuts.
know. But honestly, like, it's. I think it's just gonna make
Because
the
that's
high school
what Art
explode.
needs is one more thing on his plate.
Yeah.
Always,
Yeah. Marching band.
See, because the band got the compliments at Teacher Institute. The choir did fine, but people said, "Oh, the band did really good."
Dr. Gable was like, that was great.
And if he says it, so now
Sorry, shout out Dr. Gable.
Thank you.
So now, that's the trend. We set everything up in junior high so that it just nice smooth transition. No more anxiety going into high school band. You know exactly what you're doing because you just did it. For
Hey,
2 years.
I understand why. I just are you nuts? Yes, he is. Yes.
Well, I still have the energy
Yep.
in my 30s.
Yep.
I finally listened
She
to...
still raises her hand. I love it.
Well, if I don't, you will springboard into the next topic. And I have a topic I want to bring up.
Do we want to talk about your wedding again?
That's a
Well,
topic
this
she always
is
wants to.
awkward because it...
What did we say wrong in the wedding podcast that you're going to correct?
Yeah, I just want to go back an episode.
I was going to compliment you too, but now I'm maybe not. I finally listened to the recording of the prelude music that Mr. Martinez so graciously recorded for us, and you guys sounded so good. You did.
You're such a
You
sweetheart.
totally
Gotta
understood.
say, it
I
wasn't
was like
my
a
best
little
friend.
nervous because you guys were like, I don't know, and I think you three should go on the road because I think your voices sounded really good together. Very
It was a one-time
powerful.
thing.
And like I don't hear Art sing, and I barely hear you sing.
Right.
I'm like, I know you can, And normally I hear you singing like falsetto when you're trying to get 4th hour girls to sing.
Don't we? I
That's
mean,
so true.
it's all the time. No way.
yeah.
That doesn't count.
Hey, mama, A. Hey, mama, A.
No.
It's my
Sorry, Brad Holmes. Don't copyright us there.
Yeah.
Don't want to be in
So-
trouble.
It's gonna go into YouTube and immediately struck.
yeah. They're gonna be like, what the?
He's like, how dare he?
Yeah. yeah.
Oh
Shout out Brad
my
Holmes.
gosh! Shout out Brad Holmes.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Shout out the trio.
Okay. So I know they're not a sponsor yet,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I'm really sorry that you did not get to go to Nashville with us. But I tell you what, Guardian Travel knows how to treat people.
shout!
Holy cow! Have we talked to you about
No,
Nashville
you
at all?
haven't.
Oh
but
my
I was,
God!
I was admiring your cups, and I'm a big fan of Guardian because I love those cups.
Yeah,
So
Guardian
much.
Yeti, and well, I did get in trouble because they gave us the drawstring bag. You know, we've got a box of
Oh my
1,000
gosh,
of them
the
somewhere
backpack
here.
is also
Yeah.
like the best backpack I've ever had.
Well, it's, yeah.
I was using it, and Crispin was like, "Oh, I was going to use that for my school bag." Like he
then
That's
then
awesome.
Mercer County needs to go through Guardian. Boom. Anyway,
I'm not gonna give anything
So-
away.
so we Art works part time for Guardian, and I, as the director that scheduled the trip, that was air quotes by the way, that scheduled the trip for us to go overnight to Chicago. We got a free trip. What do they call ADTAB?
Director Training Academy.
DTA. Okay.
you were close.
Not even close.
ATM.
NBA.
AB. Anyway.
Inside joke. Sorry.
It's a- yeah.
But 3 days, everything paid for by Guardian Travel. And hopefully, what's Matt? Is that the CEO?
Matt Granger, yes.
Matt.
CEO.
Okay. Shout out.
Shout out Matt
Wow,
Granger.
you're the worst. Hopefully, he's not listening because I might get Mike in trouble. But so when we got the itinerary, there was all of this free time on Broadway. Like we would go to the Grand Ole Opry, and then you had free time on Broadway, or we went to the Grand Ole Opry tour and Showboat, and then free time on Broadway, and then we did this and free time on Broadway, and like. So I'm like, gosh dang, this. If we go and like do Nashville like you're supposed to do Nashville, that's going to cost me a lot of money for free time on Broadway. Unbeknownst to me, and maybe you knew this, but I don't think you did. As long as you were with Mike Roberts, it was free time on Broadway because he just put the card down and you could go. I mean,
Wow.
we did the Grand Ole Opry, saw a live concert. It was phenomenal. And my favorite part was watching the songwriters come out and sing.
Oh.
They weren't the best singers, but I'll never forget. What was it? Dan Schlitz?
Yeah, Schlitz.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
They read off this list of songs that he sang, and all these country just #1 smashes from the
Yeah.
'80s, '90s until.
That he wrote.
Yeah,
He
he was a
wrote.
songwriter. So he sang. I think it was "Forever
Great-
and Ever, Amen," and then he sang a second song. I can't remember what it
Greatest.
was. And then he's like, "So as a songwriter, they're like, the one question that you always get is, what else do you got?" And he's like, "This is what else I got." And he started playing The Gambler, and the place just went nuts. And like everybody's singing along with him. It was super cool. We did the Grand Ole Opry tour. We did the Showboat. The Showboat was good. I went to Country Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah. That's
Is that right?
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I'd been there before, and they had a whole section closed off. So it was the Country Music Hall of Fame is Country Music Hall of Fame. It's cool, and the Rotunda is really neat, where you're actually in with the stuff. But we're supposed to go on a ghost tour, which I guess every town I've been told has a ghost tour now. Like, but we couldn't go.
Monmouth.
I don't know. Was it a wreck? It was a murder. Something. had
It's something,
happened.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yo, there were
Police
cop
cars
cars
and
everywhere.
yellow tape.
Oh, dang.
And, then,
Yeah.
and our tour guide's like, we're supposed to be right there. And I said, oh my gosh, they got the ghosts fresh.
So, all I wanted to do, those of you that don't know me very well, I am a huge Garth Brooks fan. Like, I grew up in the late '80s, '90s. I love Garth Brooks. Never
out.
seen him live. Yeah, shout out Garth, who stood us up on the podcast. We asked, they never replied. But anyway,
I blame your secretary, not you.
that's fine. So all I wanted to do was go get a Friends in Low Places shirt and go to the bar and hang out. Well, we're walking to Broadway, we turn a corner, and Art like grabs me. He goes, "Do you know what's 2 doors down from Friends in Low Places?" I'm like, "No, what?" He goes, "John Bon Jovi's bar." Greatest band of all time. Those of you that don't know me, I think Bon Jovi. Well, I know Bon Jovi is the greatest band of all time, and I'm like, "Holy cow!" Literally 2 doors down.
I mean, spitting distance. I mean, it was pretty darn close. It was like right up against.
So we went to Friends in Low Places, heard an awesome country band, just hit after hit after hit, and then they went on this little segue of stuff, and they started playing some pop songs. But when this country band with a fiddle starts playing Colt 45 and 2 Zigzags, baby, that's all we need. The place went nuts. It was super good. Mm-hmm. They got done at 9:30, and we decided we're going to go to the Bon Jovi bar. And we walked into the Bon Jovi bar. They had a band starting at 10. It was a female lead singer singing all 80s hair band rock.
Yeah.
So everything was in the same key.
Yeah, basically.
As Ozzy Osbourne, John Bon Jovi, Van Halen. I mean, just and then some Pat Benatar and Joan Jett. And,
yeah.
And here's what I didn't know, and this it was really neat to me. It's probably something that's gone on for 2 or 3 years, or maybe even more, but I don't know. But they were like, "Hey, if you want to request a song, come up and Venmo us." So I'm like,
very smart.
Well, we're at the John Bon Jovi bar. They had played "It's My Life" already by Bon Jovi, and I'm like, they're probably going to play until 2:00 in the morning, and we had to get up, have brunch, get on our plane.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be here that long. I said, take my phone, go Venmo her $20 for "Living on a Prayer."
Yeah.
The next song.
Yeah.
Nice.
The next song, and I'm like, okay, my night is on, and I got to hang out with Art, and I got to see Art in a little bit different light than I normally get to see Art. And that was a lot of
treating Kevin very nicely.
It was
because he was working.
I technically
he was
working.
not
No,
working.
he wasn't working.
I mean, I technically was working, but not really.
He was enjoying and participating with me.
Let's just say, because I also technically went on that overnight trip with high school, so.
To Kevin Ferry.
Well, yeah, because
Make Kevin Ferry.
because his tour guide was too busy with other clients and the big wigs. He's like, you can stick with Kevin.
That's not what he said one single time. Oh, we did. What I thought, one of the other things I thought was super cool was for supper Sunday night, they had rented the rooftop patio bar at Blake Shelton's place. It was just us.
Nice.
We had taco bar open. I mean, and I know that like we have some students of this, but this event was awesome, and so it prompted me immediately to say, Mike, plan us a trip for our seniors to Nashville.
Oh.
So Mike is looking into us
Dang.
going to Nashville for 4 days. Well, drive 1 day, that night do something, 2 days of events, drive home the 4th day.
Wow.
Shout out
That's
tour
awesome.
guide Mike.
Yeah, so
Shout out.
Guardian Travel does it right. I know that's a big, huge advertisement that they don't sponsor us, but I'll consider it a sponsorship that they sent me to Nashville for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
next
take
year
that.
they're talking about maybe Austin or Houston or San Antonio
Yeah,
or
they,
New York or DC.
They like to change it up a little bit, like because the other one that's happening in October is
New Orleans.
New Orleans,
Yeah.
But I think they've done that one every year so
Yeah.
far. Nashville's the very first time.
Yeah, and it was perfect weekend. The weather was beautiful. Like the walk to the ghost thing, that was like a 2-mile walk, it seemed, uphill.
Yeah.
It was awful. And I'm a
It
big
was hot
fat
then.
guy, but
It was hot also that night too.
yeah. But it was really, really fun. Nashville was
That's
awesome.
awesome.
And you and Crispin still married?
Yeah.
Some
Great.
I will say this.
bless him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say this about Nashville, like, even if you're not a big country fan, like you like it enough, maybe like not your first genre to listen to, like you have to be thoroughly impressed at how much music goes through that.
It's like music everywhere.
It's like, I mean, even people like because we went to that place that does karaoke, like people just going up there and singing all the time. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So somebody got up there and say, and we had one of our people or two of our
Yeah,
people
one,
get up
two
in
people,
karaoke. I will never be in a karaoke bar. I will never do karaoke in a karaoke bar
Why?
because there's cameras.
Oh.
There are video cameras. I will never. I
That's
have my go-tos, and one of them is very inappropriate, but I have my go-tos, and they're really fun. But we were sitting at a table. It was a really long, bar height table, and me and Art and Mike and one other guy were Big Red Kev from Nebraska.
Go Big Red. Go Big Red, Kev.
You're not Big Red Kev?
I'm not. This guy actually went to the University of Nebraska.
Okay.
He's a fan.
So he's Big Red Kev.
Big Red Kev.
Anyway.
What were you?
Just Kev.
Just Kev. So
Bon Jovi Kev.
yeah. So there's this group of like 7 or 8 guys just at the same table, just down from us, and probably late 20s, early 30s, just having a ball. And the karaoke guy was like, "And now, Bill coming up," and the guys at the table go absolutely nuts. And he just kind of strolls up there. We're like, okay. And most of them have just been god awful. And we're like, okay, what's this? And we're like, that's hilarious because all he does is go tequila.
That's wild.
No, it was.
That was great. It's a good time.
That was super fun. Yeah.
I have questions.
Yeah.
Did you see anyone famous?
I did not, but I'm blind.
This is true.
I mean,
other than the
people
revert
we
at
saw
you.
at
Art,
the,
did you see anyone famous?
Not that I know.
just at the Grand Ole Opry. I mean,
Sure, like performing.
they were performing. Yeah.
And-
Like that, but I also like how that night they're like, "Thanks for coming to the old Opry. Catch Post Malone and Carrie Underwood and all these other people like next week." You're like, really? We couldn't have like waited one more week? That's funny.
Yeah.
But
So I've heard that like you're just walking down Broadway and there's these just phenomenal singers just singing everywhere.
Yep.
oh yeah.
on several different floors of the bars.
Yeah.
Like Blake Shelton's bar is 5 stories tall, and like even different rooms in a floor at the bar. Like it's and they had the place we had brunch wasn't a very big place. They had a setup there for somebody to come in and plug in their guitar and a microphone stand. And
It is constant.
Yeah, everywhere, and
but it's a cool thing. Like it's not like annoying. It's like it's part of the culture.
Where did we go the first night after the Opry? We went to another rooftop. I can't remember the name of the place. Teddy's. So we're at this rooftop, and there's a guy standing in the corner singing, and he's good.
Yeah.
Like he's really, really good at whatever time it was. That would have been like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I was like 9 or 10
on a Saturday night. But the Sunday afternoon people at bars are unbelievable.
Yeah,
really,
really good singers.
And Sunday night at Garth Brooks' bar, they were amazing. Oh, this was something really cool. At Garth Brooks' bar, they had a bucket on the front of the stage. And they had the fiddle player who used to travel or used to tour with Brooks and Dunn. And every time they got $100 in the bucket, it didn't matter where they were in a song. As soon as it was $100, Devil Went Down to Georgia. As fast as you've ever heard it play.
Yeah, I mean, that guy was flying.
Smoking.
Yeah.
And he playing behind his back, over his head.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Didn't miss a beat, too.
Unbelievable.
That guy did it at least twice while we were there.
We did it twice while we were there.
I mean, and they were already been playing, so it's like they could have done him way more before
the
that.
second time it was in the middle of a song.
Yeah.
They were just going along, and he's like, nope, here we go. I'm like, holy cow. And it was like twice as fast as that. So
it's crazy.
So they have someone just sitting there counting the money as it comes in?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep, and every time it hits $100, so we just saw it twice, so that band split. And who knows how much they make to play there? It can't be, They can't be playing for free, but I think I texted our booster president and treasurer and said, "Hey, we're at Nashville. We think this is the place to bring them next year." And the president replied, "For kids?" ? I'm like, there's a ton to do here, and that city is so flippin' clean.
Oh my gosh.
Clean.
Yeah.
Like they have people, they have a staff that walks around just cleaning Broadway and like a block or two around it. They pick up paper. Somebody happens to get sick, like they get the power washer out. It's incredible.
Yeah,
and
it was
so much
really fun. It was really good.
Yeah, sorry that was a really long time, but I wish you could have been there. But you went to Reykjavik.
Yeah, no, I'm
You went
good.
to you went to Bobby
summer.
Fischer Museum. Still, my favorite story from the wedding is from the honeymoon episode of Music in the Making.
Which story was it?
I got to go to Bobby Fischer's, and I went to the gift shop first, and then I played a German and beat him in 5 minutes. And
That's a really good Lisa impression.
no, that was my Crispin impression.
Oh, keep working on it.
Crispin.
We'll
Crispin.
keep testing it, Mr. Hallen.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
funny. All right, so first football game
Next
1 week
week.
from today.
Yep.
Bringing back old Mercer County. Mercer County, where Mr. Fornoff,
Yeah.
Mr. Ruggles, and Mr. Juan.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Times
We're gonna
3.
beat those golden dragons
We're a
or
house
eagles. They're
divided.
green dragons, golden eagles. Yeah.
Oh, the junior highs?
No, Aledo was the green dragons. Now the Mercer County golden eagles.
Gotcha.
That's Eagle Fang.
Whippoorwill.
Eagle Fang.
Oh,
from
Eagle thing. Oh.
Cobra Kai.
Gotcha.
Are we gonna win?
Come on, coach. Give us a skinny. He's trying to.
Rusty will listen to this one day, and Crispin.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna be okay.
Crispin also was kind of not as confident, so I don't know how he knows anything about their high school football team, but he does.
Crispin knows a lot about a lot.
He does.
It's just stupid. Like he'll sit there, like when you meet Crispin, you think, okay, music nerd, right?
Yeah.
And that's valid. But he'll sit there and he'll be like, yeah. So do you think the Patriots can beat the Bengals in Week 1? I mean, I saw where like what? Like it's all you do is read and because you don't have a TV in the Fornoff house.
We do not.
I don't know how you do that.
He just remembers things on the first time, stuff like that.
That's why he loves Bobby Fischer, because Bobby Fischer was like that too. College practicum students.
You don't need to read my emails to me on Music in the
Well,
Making.
it's a habit because you're like, what does it say? And Al's not here to read it for you, so like.
Stop fighting.
This is the back of our shirt, by the way.
Oh, that's
Okay,
not
we're
enough.
on radio, not TV.
Those
That's right.
aren't enough. All right.
She split it up
Oh, okay. It's
A side, B
I
side.
thought the.
like the thing when you write on the cassette, whatever they call it, the area where you write your songs.
I write the song that the whole world. Are we done?
I think we're done.
Are we done? Do you have anything else to add, Blanket Girl? Blanket Girl.
Is the AB a mixtape thing that I just don't remember?
The cassette tape has
Okay.
an A side
And
and
a B side,
side,
like a record.
just like
But
a
are
record.
they labeled like that?
Yes.
That you
Yeah.
can see both of them on one side?
No,
Okay.
Well, because
No.
you'd flip it over, and we're not gonna flip our shirts
you
around.
can't
Right,
flip it.
okay.
Can't
they're
flip
not
shirt.
reversible.
Okay,
Inside
no.
out shirt.
I'm not being critical. I'm just like when I saw this, I
So
thought it was
those
a
of you that are
football
listening,
field.
they're talking about their marching band shirt. There's a cassette tape on it because
I
they're
thought
doing
it was a
like
football
80s
field.
rock tunes
And-
or something
No,
like
that's
that.
that was the front. That's the actual like emblem of like the front of the shirt.
Okay.
Yes.
Our show is called Mixtape this year. I had to explain to that what that was to our students, which is that's hopefully it doesn't date me too much. But I had older sisters, so I had cassettes growing up myself.
8 tracks, cassettes, albums,
8 track
8-track tapes.
8 track 3 Rivers 8 3 Rivers.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even been able to talk to you about that.
What? Oh my gosh.
The date being changed again.
I told him. I got the email. Okay,
So I'm telling my kids in class today, by the way, November 4th is the Three Rivers Athletic Conference Music Festival, and Matthew Blackford goes, no, it isn't. I'm like, I looked at him and I go, yes, it is. He goes, no, and I said, stop. He said, I promise you it's November 4th. I said, some band director in the Three Rivers sent out an email saying it was October 28th. 2 days later, they sent the email saying, I was wrong, it's November 4th, and our band director has not communicated that with you yet.
But
I
the problem
retracted
was
it.
you were so fast. You were so fast to tell them the new date, which we never do things that fast.
Well-
And the one time we do, it wasn't right.
Right. Well, and then she's like, because this person sent the email saying the date, and I said, I have down on my calendar November 4th. Are we sure? And she was like, yes. Everyone seems to be in agreement. Says 28th. And then what do they email back? Our principals would like to keep it the same. Like, why did you try to
Yeah.
make the decision then?
It is not.
So
like, it's
I have
fine.
retracted that from Skyward, and I will communicate that when we get closer. I'm not going to communicate it again.
You can retract things from Skyward.
Yeah, so that they don't see it in their message center. But here's the thing: if it goes to their email,
Yeah.
then it's I can't
Sure.
take that back. So anyway,
Okay. That was just. I saw that and I was like, oh.
I know. I just anyway, it's
Behind the music.
That's what you get for trying to stay on top of things. All right. Well, our listeners, we are back. We are super happy to be back to bring you more episodes and things like that and keep you up to date. Before we go, though, we do have... we want to thank our sponsor, Kidder Music. Woo woo! Specifically, we want to let you all know about their easy, flexible, and affordable instrument rental program. For as low as an introductory rate, as low as $15, you can rent an instrument through Kidder. So basically, when you sign up your student or yourself, you can even want to learn an instrument, reach out to Kidder. They will set you up with an instrument. With that instrument, you'll be able to get instrument repair, and because it's a rent-to-own program, over time as you make the monthly payments, you will be able to work to own that instrument if you so choose. So, really, really neat program. I honestly actually sent 2 kids with Kidder information today.
Woo, I sent
So hopefully they call them up and be like, hey, I want the introductory rate. So thank you, Kidder, for sponsoring us. We appreciate that, and we look forward to the new school year and all the new episodes we're gonna make. If you would like to be on the podcast because you are in music or currently in music or teaching it, please email us at musicinthemakingpod@gmail.com, and we will get back to you and try to figure a way to either get you here in person or Zoom interview or some other way. But yeah, we're looking forward to having some guests on this season in particular. So anyway.
Yeah!